Hey everybody, this is Luke, the owner of Covert Drones. Today I am super pumped to be able to bring you one of the very first looks at the new Matrice 4T. Got a prototype demo unit in here. Super pumped about this. This is the brand new drone. This is the drone that's going to be replacing the Mavic 3 Enterprise series. So the Mavic 3E, the 3T, and 3M. Those are going to be going away. So DJI did some fantastic upgrades in here. And so I'm going to be walking through the unboxing with you, and then we will also take our first flight in the next video. First and foremost, let's unbox it. So we've got a very same or similar case, just as the Mavic 3T did, and the 30T, stuff like that. Pelican style case. It's a very rugged, all-weather resistant type case to protect your investment inside of here. So DJI kept the same thing with this case here. And they also put on these little deals here that you'll see for a neck strap, so you're actually able to carry this kind of like a laptop case. So I'll go through that as we kind of unbox the stuff in here. So let's begin here. Let's get into this bad boy. And there we go. So as you can see here, we've got a few things that first stand out. We got the brand new DJI RC Plus 2 remote. We've got the Matrice 4T in here. We've got our charger, so this is the same type charger that the Mavic 3T had. Got a couple of units in there. That's a charging brick. And then this unit also comes with a 4 battery multi-charger that you can run off of the regular charger. So this is something that DJI started including, whereas the Mavic 3 Enterprise series, you had to buy the Mavic 3 Enterprise battery kit to get a multi-charger. So it's still going to charge one battery at a time, but you're going to have the ability to stack 4 on that bad boy at a time, with the ability to expand even more. So then we've got our miscellaneous cables in here to run, several different chargers, USB-C cable here, and then underneath here we've got our extra props. So it gives us, I think, 3 full sets of props in here as well. And then we've got this strap, and so this is what I was talking about for the outside of this case. So this is going to hook onto here like so. Put this on there for you. You can see it, like that, and then like this. And then what's going to happen is, I'll show you. This is real cool that they did this. So when you're carrying this bad boy, now you can carry it like this instead versus having to carry it with the handle. So it takes a lot of stress off of your wrist. It is a little bit bigger of a drone, so it is definitely going to help having this bad boy on there. So that's good for the case there. So most definitely a good upgrade there. Here we go. We've got the brand new DJI RC Plus 2. So a very same or similar remote as the Matrice 30T, with an opening on the back here. So we've got a built-in battery inside of here. And then with the ability to run a WB37 extended life battery, just like the Matrice 30Ts have. This is something that was definitely requested on the Mavic 3 Enterprises. They wanted to run a bigger remote, and they wanted more battery life. So DJI really upped their game by making this remote and this ability to run this bad boy in here. The other part that I really enjoy is that they made the antennas removable on here. So just like the RC Plus, the antennas were removable on that remote. Whereas the Mavic 3 Enterprise series, if you broke an antenna, I mean, it was an insane install to be able to get the antennas back in there. So this opens up antenna upgrades, which I do sell. I sell something by Alien Tech. They sell the Duo 3 or the DMUX, and this really makes it easy. It's just an adapter plate that screws on. Should you have the need for additional signal in the with your drone, the signals on these have gotten very good. So I have doubts that you would, but if you want to run inside a vehicle or something like that, now you have that ability. We've got several mounting points that DJI has put in here. So as you can see, we're going to have multiple different attachment points, just like on the bottom here, like you could run a lanyard. So they moved the SD card and the USB-C slot down here. This is just for the remote. And then on top, we've got our standard HDMI out, and then we've got our standard USB-A. And so this is going to be very, very helpful. I like that they moved 2 of the ports on the bottom down there. Other than that, very similar setup as the Matrice's RC Plus. So really happy that they did this with the remote. And then let's get into the best part here, the Matrice 4T. So this is just a silicone style locking cover here. There's no hardness to it whatsoever. So it's just a nice protector cover for this gimbal that it comes with. As you can see here, this is our bread and butter here. We've got our thermal sensor, we've got our zoom, we've got a wide angle, we've got a laser rangefinder. So they've really packed in a lot of stuff onto this gimbal here. They kept the thermal 640 by 512 resolution on here, and it's got 115 times visual zoom, I believe, as well. So they really upped their game with this gimbal here. Very same or similar folding style as the Mavic 3 Enterprise and the as the Matrice there. So very similar size there. It's real lightweight. So first things that stand out here, RTK is already built in. So with the Mavic 3 Enterprise, as you guys know, that was a $709 module that we have to add on, now just built in. So that's almost a $1,000 upgrade there. We've got our standard port here on the top. So this is going to be used for running spotlight, stuff like that. DJI is making a spotlight that I've already seen coming out there. So it'll attach here. It'll be moving. So very, very cool there. And then they also, see if I can grab it here. Oops. Sorry about this. Trying to grab the little tool deal here. So this also comes in there. Sorry. All right. So there's another attachment point on the top here. And DJI has spots for this. So you're also going to get this little bad boy here. As you can see, there's going to be, these are 2 little antenna connections here. So I'm assuming that there's going to be like an LTE module, something of the sorts to help with RTK positioning. So that's what's down in that cap there. And then on the bottom here, as you can see, they kept very same or similar here for vision positioning. We got our LED lights to check the terrain, IR sensors. That's all used for landing, to make sure that what you're landing on isn't going to hurt the drone. Another thing, so we've got another attachment point here on the bottom that DJI will be using. So there will be tons of different attachment points, just like the Matrice 30T, but I really enjoy that they put these ports on the bottom here to be able to run different attachments. So that's really, really neat. As far as crash prevention, like I said, you got 2 sensors here on the bottom. We've got 2 on the front here, and we got 2 on the back. So very same or similar to the Mavic 3T. DJI is only keep upping their game with vision positioning. We've got our LED beacon on the top. This is used for aircraft avoidance. So this is the FAA regulation to be able to be seen for at least 3 miles, the flashing strobe while you're flying at night to prevent other aircraft from hitting you, stuff like that. It's got remote ID built in. Very similar size battery as the Mavic 3 Enterprise. In fact, it's shockingly similar there, but very lightweight. Very impressed with that. And then remote there, we've got, so you can hold 1 battery in the drone plus 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So a total of 6 batteries can be held inside of here. And then, like I said, you can charge 4 at one time. And so we will, I'll turn on this remote here for you so you can see this bad boy too. Sorry about this. So that's just because I was moving the sticks when it was booting up. So it just saw that they were a little bit off as it was booting up its sequence. So if you ever get that or anything like that, it just needs a joystick calibration. If it doesn't end up going away, but it does. It's very simple. So yeah, nice, big, beautiful screen running that Pilot 2. Just showing you very similar, same or similar there as far as what it looks like in there. big, beautiful screen. Love this screen. And now we just found out that DJI is going to be also removing the geofencing in these drones. So we're not going to have any geofencing to contend with, anything like that. It'll, just like the other ones, check the firmware when it's booted up into the drone. I've already updated everything, so we didn't have to go through that or anything like that. But yeah, so we just did the unboxing. Now I'm going to move on to a second video where I'll be taking you guys up. Stay tuned.